tell a person, oh, she's ugly. I mean, in America, there's a law against discrimination, but here, no, there's no law for it. So when people criticize someone for how they look and for their skin color, it's okay. It's not considered rude, and it's not considered as offensive unless the person's right there in front of you and then you say it and they hear it, then yeah, that's quite offensive and rude. But sometimes some Filipinos still say it and they just don't care if they have hurt the feelings of the other person. Here, whenever you say, oh my god, she looks so fat, I mean, it's not really, some people would really flat out say it in front of you, and even though it's offensive, they don't care. It's okay here to say something bad against the other person. I mean, in the US, that's really something that I like, because people don't flat out discriminate this other person because of their looks, but here, yes, they do. If your skin color is dark, then yeah, they might say something, oh, she looks so dark, she looks ugly, she doesn't look good, she's so fat. Many establishments here would hire you specifically because you look good, and some would hire you because you're tall. Even if it's just a sales associate job, you have to be 5'2" in height, you have to be tall, you have to look a certain way for them to accept you. Okay, so getting back to the topic, if Filipinos are racist, we don't have that word, but I can't deny that people here discriminate, and it's not against the law. Nobody's gonna arrest you for it, and then it's okay to crack jokes when they see ugly people. Nobody would get arrested for it, or you cannot file a case against this other person for discriminating you, that you're not able to get a job because you're ugly, or because you're dark, or because you have disability. That's also another thing that I noticed in here. In the US, when you have disability, you are still able to work. But here, it's like people will frown upon your disability, and I don't think it's funny, because I mean, when someone has disability, that's really unfortunate, you know, but people here would discriminate the person who has disability, and people here would crack jokes like it's funny. I mean, for me, it's not really funny to humiliate a disabled person who cannot walk or who had a polio before and couldn't walk properly and have like what Trump did to the reporter, the reporter who cannot, that's a disaster, you know. And then also about Filipinos being a racist, well, when Filipinos see someone who's with a black guy, then some people think it's like she's being doomed or unlucky in life because she's with a black guy, or some people here thinks that it's a disaster, and some people crack jokes about it like it's funny. I mean, it's really not. But for kind people like our caretaker in the province, there's very few people here who look at, what the person is all about, what's with their heart, not necessarily their appearance, And I personally think that nothing is wrong with being black, but for some people here, that's like a disaster that I'm with a black guy or something. But for people with a good heart, they look at what's inside a person, not just on the appearance of the person. And yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter to me personally, but yeah, some people judge it like the lady, the Filipina, is doomed, like that. But here, I listed the things that people used to tell me. When I'm with a black man, what do Filipinos say? It is generalization of all the people that I met, including my friends, relatives, taxi drivers, colleagues, employer, and random people on the streets, classmates in college, just anyone that I would encounter on the road, just anyone that I've encountered before while I'm outside, or when I hang out with my friends, or when I'm with people who are my relatives or taxi drivers, just anybody. And Philippines, it's okay to ask someone whom you're not close with about, oh, how's your life? Like, did you graduate in college? Are you married? How many kids do you have? Like, aren't you planning to have kids yet? Like, it's a normal conversation here. And then, oh, are you married? Like, what's your husband? Black? Oh, what's your husband? A foreigner or a Filipino? Like, it's a normal conversation to dig into your personal life, even if they don't know you personally, even if they're not close to you. That's just how it is here. And so some of the things that Filipinos used to tell me is that, wow, since as you know, my husband's black. If you're white, then yeah, you don't really have any problem in here. It's people here don't criticize people who have a white skin unless it's like such a very, I mean, even with like white old men with a young Filipina, it's like it's not really something that is uncommon. It's okay here unless it's like a young teenager with a really old white man, then that's extremely gross. But if it's just like a 20 plus years old with a 60, it's like nobody really cares. It's like it's something that is okay here in the Philippines for young women to be with an older white man. It's okay. When my husband and I are here, it's a quite different feeling. One time when we were at the cab, when I first met my husband, the cab driver said, "Wow, your man looks good for a black man." Filipinos are really vulgar when it comes to comments, and it's okay here. It's not really something that is considered rude. Sometimes when they comment and tell you, "Oh wow, you look good," so well, that's a positive thing to say, but sometimes if you don't look good or you're fat, then you're also gonna get mean comments from people. And then another thing that some Filipinos say, okay, your man is black, with disappointment. And then some people used to say, my friend before, ex-friend, why do you date black men? Why do you like dating a black man? With a disgusting voice. Like, God, why do you like dating a black man? Something like that. Which is like it's a disease to be with a black man. I mean, it's ridiculous. And then another thing that I used to receive is that, oh, how's the sex with a black man? I heard it's big. It's not necessarily like it's gonna be a great sex, you know. It depends on the person who's willing to work. It's just like, I mean, I don't think it's an appropriate question if it's like a taxi driver is gonna ask me, but yeah, in here it's okay to ask questions like that or to hear their opinion about it. That was something that I've also talked about with the taxi driver from the last video, from our first arrive here. Generally, Filipinos are extremely vocal, as in ridiculously vocal when it comes to their opinion. And then I also used to get this comment of people saying, isn't it gross since the dick is black? I mean, can you see it at night? It's like, what kind of question is that? It's like, that's just offensive, you know? It's like, but yeah, as I said, Filipinos would flat out ask you questions like that. And then my auntie once asked me, who's also already in the US now, she didn't know anything about black people, not much. So she said, is he very black or a mulatto? And I'm like, yeah, my husband's dark, but not really like charcoal dark. But even if my husband was extremely dark, then actually like the color of my husband. I love the color of my husband that is dark. But yeah, like I got that question before too. And then I also received before a question of people saying, "Oh, why did you prefer a black man instead of white? Don't we all have preference?" It's like I just thought to myself, I preferred my husband because I love the appearance of my husband, and I love that my husband has a great heart, very kind. It's like I don't have to be with a white to find happiness, you know? Me and my husband really get along. It's beyond race. I mean, I'm not saying I'm not gonna be with a white man. I've dated white men, there's just no chemistry, you know? I mean, I think everyone should look for someone whom they want and find that chemistry. Not just the appearance of the person, but to find that connection. And that you and your partner is compatible with each other. Another comment that I used to receive from people from Filipinos is that they'd say, "Oh, you look good, but why are you with a black man?" And I'm like, do I need to explain that? Is that something that needs an explanation? It's just strange, you know? It's like, you need to explain why your preference is to the black man. It's just strange. So, to sum it up, I would say Filipinos are not racist, but they won't bother thinking, "Oh, is it offensive?" Like, Filipinos are just vocal with their opinions, that's all. But I wouldn't say they're racist. And also, Philippines has been colonized for more than 300 years by Spaniards, so that's also another reason why it's like there's been a separation between dark Filipinos and white-skinned Spanish Filipinos. So it's like that's also another reason. Generally, Filipinos who have darker skin aren't really treated that well, and especially if you don't look good, then yeah, they won't treat you equally. Only the good-looking ones get special treatment. And Filipinos are really cool when it comes to foreigners here. They want to know the culture, but yeah, that was my own experience on how people react when they know that I'm with a black man, and how they commented, how they like asked me weird questions. But it doesn't matter because it doesn't matter to me because I don't get offended. I think people have the right to voice their opinion, and sometimes it's awkward. I actually feel awkward. I feel like those questions shouldn't be asked on why I prefer a black guy. It's just like I think everyone have different preferences, and that shouldn't be a question anymore.